Okay, today is April 22nd, 2014. Let's take a look at the market. The market, was attempting to get to the all-time high here, and I'm referring to the Dow Jones 30 and the S&P 500. As I posted on on one of the posting in my blog over the weekend, was talking about the possibility for the Dow Jones 30 to make another attempt of getting to that all-time high of 16,576.70. And also, there's a possibility that the S&P 500 was also going to maybe make a little bit of an attempt to take out the 1890, the previous all-time high. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. We're saying, that in order for the S&P 500 to, make an attempt to take out the all-time high here, is that first you need to come up above this particular pivot close. So it will essentially break this, lower low, lower high type of a zigzag formation, to break this what we call a downtrend. And you can see that today actually closed above that, this pivot close here. And right now, seems like it want to come up and test this all-time high. But if you could also look at it closely, that the S&P 500 been up, 6 consecutive days. Not saying that it can go up 7 consecutive or even 8 consecutive days. We have seen that in the past, but the chances are, the probability for it to do that is very slim. So, and also with some of the, pullback on, a little bit of a, late day kind of pullback today, that seems to kind of indicating that maybe the buyer might get a little tired, and and we probably will see a little bit of a pullback tomorrow. And then maybe on Thursday or Friday, we see it rally back up and possibly maybe make another attempt to try to test this all-time high. So that's basically one of the scenario, is maybe kind of pull back and maybe just kind of retest this level here. This 1870, 1871, 1872, I believe that's the level here. So somewhere around there, yeah, 1872. So maybe you just kind of pull back a little bit and try to test this level. And, this could be a possibility if there's a little bit of an extend carry to type of follow through of a pullback. We might be, seeing this come back and possibly retest this 1848, 1850 level again. But I think the first level that it will try to pull back to and test for support is probably this 1871, 1872 level there, for possibly for tomorrow. Then looking at the Dow Jones 30, we're saying that the Dow Jones 30 might, come up and tag this particular high here. So this is the time that it make its last time we make the all-time high. And again, similar to the S&P 500, we're saying that they have to take out this pivot high here in order to break this lower low, lower high type of zigzag formation. And you can see that yesterday actually closed above that to take out that pivot close. And then today actually got about 11 point, somewhere close to 11 point to this all-time closing high. So right now it's kind of pulled back a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised that again it probably will pull back and try to test this level, this pivot level here, and maybe even pull back a little bit more. I'd be surprised if it will come all the way down to this level here again. Maybe come down to this 16,230, 240 area, and that might give enough time to for the Nasdaq 100 and also the Russell 2000 to catch up, because you can see that the Nasdaq 100, this multi-year high is way up here, so it's still quite a distance away from this level here. So and besides it still haven't come up and take out this pivot yet, because you have to again, as break this lower low, lower high type of zigzag. So we have to see if the Nasdaq 100 could take out this particular pivot and work itself up. So if the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 kind of pull back a little bit, then it might give some time for the Nasdaq 100 to sort of catch up along with the Russell 2000. because you can see that the Russell 2000 also is quite a distance away from its all-time high, which is up here. All right, so this is the all-time high for the Russell 2000, and you can see also again, this little zigzag of low, low, lower, high, and it still have to come up and take out this particular pivot point before it could break this trend. And right now, the Russell 2000 is still, even from here is quite a distance. We're not even, want to talk about this all-time high. So definitely, the Russell 2000 got more work to do to try to catch up to the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones 30. Not saying that it can't be done because it did it before over here, So and if it does the same thing this time, then when the Dow Jones hit a new all-time high, then the market will confirm it. That means then we will see a continuation of maybe a higher high. But if it's not, then that could be a tricky transition that we have to be prepared for. So let's take a look at Netflix. Netflix reported earning yesterday after the market closed. In the previous video that I put up, we were projecting based on the option market pricing in somewhere around was it maybe somewhere around $38 move or something like that. But anyway, it was kind of projecting the upside of somewhere around 384 and the downside somewhere around 307. And yesterday when the market closed and the earnings come out, it actually went up to somewhere around 373, 375. And today it's kind of tagged up to that 381. So it's pretty much close to this particular pivot here. I mean this price gap pivot over here, and the 385 was based on last Thursday close. So this 381 and 285, 284 is somewhere around pretty close, and then the downside on that 307 was essentially somewhere around down, pretty much down near at this particular pivot low here. Okay, so right now it seems like it found some resistance at 370, and if you look at the open interest, there seems to be a high level of open interest on the call at 370 and 380. So that's probably the spread, a couple of the price strike, the strike price for some of the spread that been set up. And so that 370 is pretty much acting as a level of resistance right now. And I wouldn't be surprised when Friday come on the OPX, they might pin it under that 370. But depend, how much of a open interest get closed out between now and Friday. So just kind of keep an eye on that 370 level. That could be a resistance somewhere around there. And if we get up to that 380, I'd be kind of a little bit suspicious. I think they will kind of pound that back down to close to that 370, because otherwise then a lot of spread will end up in the money there. So and anyway, so let's take a look at Apple. Apple is scheduled to report earnings after the close tomorrow. And right now the option market is pricing in somewhere around a little bit less than plus or minus $21 on the move for the price, and that will put it up somewhere around on the upside 552, on the downside is 511. So if we take a look at that, at 552 is pretty close to this particular pivot high here. Right? And the 511 is pretty much down here near this price gap that we've been looking at, this 512, 513 price gap, and it's pretty close to that 200-day moving average as well. So it'll be anywhere within this trading band that I've been referring to, right? This trading band. So essentially, the earning report, if it fluctuate or hit the target that the option market is projecting, then maybe there's a possibility that will cause Apple to break out of this trading band one way or the other after earning. But right now it seems to be hitting this 531, 532 resistance. Okay, so wouldn't be surprised tomorrow. It probably will just kind of set up over here, fluctuate for the day and wait until earnings come out, then it's make its move. So hopefully it will move the direction that a lot of people are kind of looking for. So, but in any case, it'd be pretty tricky to try to trade to earning. And then the next one is also Facebook. Facebook is also scheduled to report earnings after the close tomorrow as well. And the option market is pricing in a little bit over $6, plus or minus $6 move. So based on today's close, then it will kind of basically projecting an upside of the upper target of 69 and the lower target is 57. So if we let's find that 59 in the 69 level, then it's pretty much up here somewhere around this particular pivot. This particular pivot high here, that will be the upside. And then on the low side, then it will be basically somewhere down here in this 57 here, this near this particular pivot low. Okay, so essentially tomorrow the market is pricing it to be anywhere in this area, and we're also seeing that Facebook been kind of tagging this particular resistance level here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see this gap get filled tomorrow or something. So it probably just hover around here and then wait until earnings come out, then it will move one way or the other. So and that's basically some of the just a little brief update on some of the price level to keep an eye on for Apple and Facebook for the earning play. I typically don't trade your earnings, so if you plan to trade your earnings, good luck.